Okay. Okay. And we are back. So, returning to Citizen Sleeper, when we last left off, hit level 27, and more significantly, we had our new objective to get another 1,000 scratch in order to get to the other side of the station where the fungal forest is and get the particular variety of mushrooms. All right. Yeah, we need to get all the way over here, and we need 100 cryo to get there. Sorry, not 1,000 cryo, 100 cryo. We're almost there, though. Good for food. We have stabilizer. Alright. In the meantime, though, we need to rest. Alright. Hang on the stabilizer a bit longer. Sabine plotline is advanced. 4 cycles, here we are, at a time with no sign of them. Wait a while in the apartment. Dread descending as the cycle spins onward. They should be here. Check the terminal. No man's recordings. Check the door. Nothing outside the door. Wait. Where are they? Open it. There's Roddy, lieutenant for the Yadigan. Am I doing? Our local sleeper. Good to finally meet you. What, may I ask, are you doing here? For a friend. Of course, a mutual friend of ours, the good doctor. Come up here. This place is one of ours. People always seem to forget them where they are. Forget to put them where they are. So you here to help? Like that? Good. Let me help her. Need so many, but find so few with the right skills. No problem, you and I. Some of their friend has disappeared. Left without saying goodbye, which means they are in a little trouble now. The kind of trouble that you need help for. So that I come here and take a look at their hiding hole, and here you are. Help. And what help? A sleeper, no less, which I have to admit is a little surprising. It suggests to me that our friend hasn't been very honest with you either. Sabine? I report that before we set them up here, Sabine was working for your owners. It's an ARP. Big heart at the news and sure to take it. Brian looks away, waiting for a response. Right, where's your proof? That's a rather extraordinary claim. Happily. Guards next room when you follow silently. She sits at the terminal and touches her baton to one of the access points. Spark, then terminal screen skips, encrypted folders emptying themselves before your eyes. In a flicker of files, you see SNARP letterheads and code forms, reports aided with medical data, marked with the corporate logo like the sigil of some cult. Or BS steps away from the terminal. Look all you want, some of your files may even be there. She also might have been a defector from SNARP, so, you know, bit of a difference there. The volume of documents is overwhelming. Considering most reports on early emulation tests, surveys with sleeper candidates, and reams of students' data. Sabine was an SNARP employee. Why did they help you? Again, I suspect Sabine had a case of conscience and left, possibly stealing a whole bunch of confidential proprietary data with her. Brian reaches over, places a vial of stabilizer on the desk. Break your concentration. It shimmers in the screen light. It's a viscous, clear liquid crystal in the glass. We'll of course keep the supply. We are more than able to dispense important medicines even without the doctor. You hold it between your fingers, and for a tiny moment you have this urge to crush this object for the power it has over you. I'll ask Toshiro to make this a little cheaper for you during the surgery now. Bia closes up the briefcase lab and holds it at her side. We have to retrieve our assets, of course. I'm probably sure you understand. On our way out. We're by our turns on our way out. There's no reason for us to be enemies, Sleeper. Come see me. I have an office nearby. We have good work to do, you and I. Meet me there in a few seconds. She slips out silently on the corridor. You look around the apartment and feel the fare drain out of your body, reveal the tiredness beneath. I now have 2 stabilizer. And an upgrade point. Just 1. This isn't actually very useful for me necessarily, but on the other hand, it gets me further along to getting a +1 in Endure, which is what really matters. So let's spend some dice now, shall we? There is... That's a decent one to put a 4 into. Good. And got some energy back out of it as well. Nice. And now let's earn some cash. Ah, okay. Gotta do stuff up here to unlock jobs. There we go, get them that. Back down to the rim and see what I can do for war. Cryo, almost there. Then let's go to the hacking. Then, yet again, data, I can go sell. Boom. I have enough cash. I'm full up on energy, so I don't need to eat for a bit. I've got 2 stabilizer, so I'm good for our energy. Let's go to the new area. Let's pay ferry. Let's pay the ferryman. Ferry person. All right. Cross to the Greenway. As you step out of the passageway, someone barrels into you from behind, sending you stumbling down the corridor. Turn to see an unfamiliar spacer laid down with hip and gear. She steadies herself, staring you down as if daring you to respond. I will just apologize. Sorry. You adjust her strap on her shoulder, holding up a hand in recognition before steadying off down the corridor. I'm sorry for her. The second spacer smiles at you apologetically. She's on a mission, and when she's on a mission, she shrugs. Not a problem. They smile. You're sweet. Eek! Ash stands further down the corridor, glowering at her friend. She chops at the air, pointing down the corridor to whatever it is that she's rushing to. She raises her eyebrow. Peek raises their eyebrows at you. Ash, please. Do you want everyone on the station to hate us? Ash hardens. They want to hate us, they can hate us. She drops her hip. I'm not exactly seeing much love as it is, but look, you got through before they set up that damn cordon. Cordon? Peek gestures in your direction. See? They don't even know what you're talking about. This station isn't Hawthorne, and everyone has to follow some corporate protocol. Ash sighs. I'm not saying they're part of the administration. She jerks her head in your direction, but I'm saying we need to get these supplies to the Briar before someone starts asking questions. I'm gonna just ask if I could help. And pick some stuff up. See? Peek smiles slightly. See, Ash? Help. Isn't that exactly what we need right now? Peek. Ash rolls her eyes. Peek ignores her. We are with the refugees, the one Havenage have cordoned off from entering the station. Ash interrupts. The ones who are being quarantined in the makeshift vessels that barely made it to the eye to begin with. One that your station administrators have called an existential risk, and running out of supplies while their right to safety is being debated by people who with no stake in their future. She quickly looks away, annoyed at her own outburst. Peek sighs. She's right. There are people trapped out there, and Ash, we understand this is a big problem for the Eye. Hundreds of refugees and more ships are turning up each cycle. They hold up a hand to stop Ash interrupting, but Ash turns away, her burning anger a palpable force in the close quarters of the core. They need supplies, and after everything they've been through, the quarantine isn't helping. Peek finishes. That is terrible. Ash looks at you, her fierceness fading. Peek, please. Ash gathers herself and the supplies. Ash, we need help. Just like the refugees needed us, we need others too. I smile at her. Peek turns to you. Come find us. The climbing briar is docked at the Broken Spoke, past the Greenway in the wastes. We have a good view of the cordon, though we are keeping our distance for now. Come help us. I squeeze your hand. Ash turns to leave, and Peek follows, waving goodbye. A moment later, Ash shouts back down the corridor. Don't bother coming empty-handed. You want to help? Show us. Bring supplies or don't come at all. And with that, they spear around the corridor. Ash already picking up speed as Peek calls for her to slow down. Refugee flotilla, where are they coming from and why now? Every time you think you begin to understand this place, something changes. Alright, I have a new drive. The Greenway. There's the Greenway gate. Let's input the cipher. The Greenway roils beneath you like a silt-choked river. If what Navigator said was true, then no one has accessed these networks since the collapse. The Hunter and Killer protocols have never set foot here, never cleared out the intelligences and systems. So why then, you wonder, so dark? Is it just that the bit rot is sent in? The entropy of systems reducing everything to shadows and light? You watch as the slotted cipher fizzles in the one open, distorted gateway on this entire room of the station. It flickers and winks out, and then you are falling into the flow. Like a river of swirling darkness, you are spun by it, twisted by it, lost in it. It's not that the Greenway was hiding in the darkness. It is made of darkness, filled by the substance, this process, this swarm. Now you notice that the swarm is exactly what it is. A billion individuals moving in a flow. There is no network map here, no nodes and threads, only a storm of interchangeable points shifting configuration endlessly. Only then you see them, a figure, turned away, the only bright spot in the dark river, pushed closer through the storm. It's the gardener. They are facing away, at least you think so. They are so fractured, so overgrown that it is hard to tell. Even at this distance, you can see their flesh is moving. Flowing. You watch silently. They stoop and reach down. In their hands is a dark shape, and with twisted fingers, they press it down into the loam of data beneath them, pushing it through this trembling soil. Then they move away, a little further. Repeat the process, as if they were sowing a field. You push forward, but somehow, despite their slow and deliberate speed, they move faster, and they quickly fade into the storm. Reach the point where they pointed the object and look down. There is a glassy, shifting polygon with something inside. You reach down and pick it up. It's cold, but it thrums with energy. You look towards the path of the figure, but they are long gone. You blink out of the cloud, back to the leaves and the dappled light of the Greenway. You hold a seed in your hand. Interesting.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. And also consider backing my Patreon. Patreon backers get episodes up to 1 week early of this show and any future Let's Plays. Also, please consider backing my Ko-fi. Toss me a few bucks, also helps support the show, and it's not a monthly obligation or anything like that.